sorry we were a tad bit late. I actually kept getting error messages from Streamyard, like a lot of other people have been getting. This one, though, said that there was too much traffic and they wouldn't let us go live and to try again later. So I was like,
but we got to go live now.
Well, I was like, I can't do that. My peeps are here.
Yeah, exactly.
So anyway, welcome.
Happy Friday Eve.
Friday Eve. Yes. It's time for another PKAT chat.
Yes. Could be the thunderstorms, too.
It could be.
We have a lot of thunderstorms today.
Yeah, we do. We got some weather for sure that's in here. So as of right now, it's just Mel and I. Not sure where the other part of PKAT is. Hopefully they're doing okay. They may have lost power or internet and stuff like that too. But we are here to help you get through the rest of the week. And let me tell you.
Tomorrow is Friday the 13th.
Yes. And I've been working OT trying to pay for another cruise. So I'm rather tired. This is almost 2 weeks straight that I've done it. And I haven't done this much work in a long time. But I'm just thinking of that bonus time and a half.
Peachy's here. So, she wanted to be held, so she's here.
Yeah, she's been letting me have it because of me working 2 hours longer than I normally do. And I don't give her enough attention. So she definitely lets me have it. But we digress.
So let me see if I can do this with holding a dog.
You gonna be able to do that?
We'll see. First one in the house was technically Linda.
Yes. Whoop, whoop. And yeah, I'm not sure what happened, Linda. I definitely didn't remove anything, that's for sure.
Hello there.
So welcome in.
And our buddy up north in Georgia.
Whoop, whoop. That's right. Brooklyn in the house. It's Eddie Lugo Studios.
Yo. Brooklyn in the house.
And Kevin's here actually pretty early.
Thanks for coming in, Kevin. And thank you so much for sharing it on Reddit. I appreciate it, sir.
We do appreciate it.
Yes.
Next up is Carnival Cruise Addict.
Whoop, whoop. It's probably Liz.
Hello.
Welcome in.
Oh, and we have JJ Adventures here.
Oh, welcome in, JJ.
Hello there.
And Cruising Complete.
Yes, thank you.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for including me too.
Yes.
Who else do we have?
Wait,
here?
I see Jeremy and Cheryl. Did they sneak in somewhere that we missed? Someone's saying hi to Jeremy and Cheryl.
Did I not see that?
I don't
see her.
No, okay. I was gonna say I don't see Hats on a Mission or Cruising's Fun Anytime. Hello, Anna Banana. Which one am I gonna do? Let's do this one.
Welcome, foolish mortals.
And Ashes and Ambers.
Welcome in, Ashes and Embers.
Hello.
You're making this very hard, Peachy Pie.
I know, right? Oh, Scotty J was the first, and then he left. Okay, I got you.
Well, we're caught up in the chat then.
Are we? Okay. Sweet.
We do have a poll. I'll let Ryan explain.
Yes. So for those of you who have seen the morning show, the Go Live Together with Eddie Lugo Studios and with Jeremy and Cheryl Cruise Adventures and Cruising is Fun Anytime, you might have seen a certain spin off of the Chicken Banana song that I did called Chicken Burrito. Chicken Burrito. Chicken burrito. So with that in mind, I have a mascot. And so the poll is to name the mascot. And you'll see him when he officially has a name and I close the poll. But whoop, that's all you get for right now.
Jeez.
That's all you get.
That's a sneak peek.
That's a sneak peek. So you need to put in there. I will tell you this, though. It is in line with that episode. and what that short was. So there are some names out there, and if you think of any other good ones, you can put those in the chat as well. And then we'll take a look and see what the vote is on the new mascot name. What else? What else before we officially get started? Oh, just on a side note,
I don't know what you guys say.
if you have a 360 style video, it's just you learn it. And I didn't even cross my mind to check to see if it was going to be a problem. But we have a 360 camera, and I'm starting to use it more and more and more. And we tested out shooting an entire tour of a campsite in 360, so everyone could click on it and move it around and stuff like that. Well, I tried to premiere that in the Saturday Spotlight, and literally right after the countdown ended, it went black for like everyone. And then kind of started randomly in the middle of the video when it was 2D within 3D. It was just a catastrophe. So I did some research, and it turns out that although you can put videos in 360 format on YouTube, you cannot set them as a live premiere and have chats going with it. So lesson learned.
Yes.
And also lesson learned, I didn't really like how it turned out in the end, because we were trying to cut 2D video in a 360 space, which then if you're viewing one way, it looks like it's completely black, and you had to search for what was forward. It was a mess. So no more premieres with 360 videos, but I'm still going to do them. They'll just be a standalone episode versus a live premiere, and I will not integrate 2D and 3D together.
I'm glad I learned that on the first one, because I was working on another 360, and that would have been a disaster to figure that out and have to redo the video.
Yes. Oh, there we go. We do have Cheryl's in here.
Do you want to come down? Feel it down and go.
Whoop, whoop. So yes. So anyway, I just wanted to put that out there for those creators that might be out there and starting to toy and experiment with 360 footage. Does not work in a Premiere, and it does not work, at least with my limited editing abilities, to splice 2D and 3D together. So yes.
Oh, look.
Oh, look at that. It's Granddad. Or it's Grandpa. It's Grandpa.
Grandpa just signed on to CDPG.
Hello.
He's licking my arm.
Yes. All right, so today's topic. What are we talking about today, honey?
We are talking cruises this month, and we are talking about the difference of a short cruise versus a long cruise.
Yep.
Obviously, any cruise is a great cruise.
Yes.
But some people just don't think that short cruises are worth it. So we're going to dive in to see the pros and cons, and we're going to talk a little bit more about some specific stuff, and you guys give us your feedback. Do you like short cruises, long cruises, or you don't care because you're on a cruise?
Yep. And technically, this week is going to be focusing on short cruises. Next week will...
I didn't get that memo.
Actually, next week will not.
Did you not read the memo?
I didn't read the memo. Well, next week is Mel and I's 26th wedding anniversary.
Is it really?
It is.
Okay.
I know, right? I have to get you something. Well, I did. I'm getting you an electric bike. So
Yes, you got me an electric bike.
Anyway, yes.
Well, this is my second one we ordered.
Second one.
But that's a different story.
Yeah,
Anyway.
but we'll actually be on the road, so I'm not sure. If we do a live, it might be a pop-up live as we're driving. But yeah.
So no live next week is what we're saying?
I think no live next week. I don't have one scheduled.
I know, Peachy.
Because I figured we'll be on the road, even though Friday is the day we have off. We'll leave Thursday night and boondock. But anyway, I digress. So this week is short cruise specific. Next week will more than likely not be a live, maybe a pop-up, and then the following week we'll do the long cruises.
My dad says 26, so he remembers.
Yep. I just add one to whatever year it is. So
thank you, JJ Adventures.
Cruising complete. What do you consider short cruises? For the purposes of the discussion today, us mere mortals consider 3 and 4 day cruises.
So what is your shortest cruise? Because we actually been on a 2-day cruise.
Yes, we've been on a 2-day before.
Yes. I can't remember if I think we went to
Coco Cay.
just Coco Cay.
It was Mariner of the Seas. We got on it one day, went to Coco Cay, and then had a slow sea day, steam back the
All right,
next day.
I gotta put her down because all she wants to do is lick.
So
hopefully she doesn't whine.
there you go. 7 day on average, 14 loved ones. Yep. So thank you. Yes, thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Typically you see 3 days as your basic starting point. So I was very surprised to see a 2 day.
Mm-hmm.
But we needed the 2 day because we only needed one more day to get into a certain status before we went on a bigger ship.
Oh yeah, to get
so that was
Diamond.
the whole reason we booked it, just to get that one extra day before we went on the Wonder, I think it was.
It was. So we did a 2 day cruise. And technically it was only a 2 day cruise because the Mariner of the Seas was getting ready to reposition. So it was a 2 day cruise to eat up the last little bit they needed. And then it was a slightly extended cruise to reposition to where it was. So.
Right.
Plus we went on there just to eat Jamie's Italian restaurant was the other reason why we booked it. So, but yes, so let's talk. We're going to break this down into a couple of sections. So first, we're going to kind of chat about pros and cons in general for short cruises. So feel free, as we are, blabbing over here, to give us some of your feedback as well on what you think. But we're looking at 3 and 4 day cruises. So
go on the pros first.
So pros first. Lower cost.
Yeah.
I mean, typically you're looking at under $500 a person for a 3 or 4 day cruise.
Right.
So if you're budget conscious and you don't have a lot of vacation time, but you still want to kind of get away from it all, a short day cruise can give that to you.
Yep, and you don't have to take off as many days. For example, we could probably take off a Friday and just part of a Monday because we're so close to the port. Obviously, being in Florida, and I know everybody can't do that, so we can only just kill a day and a half of PTO.
Yeah. Me, because I'm snobby and I have a lot of PTO, I usually take the whole day off. But yes, there have been times where we took a Friday off and Mel went into the office, CJ and Christine both went into the office, or they might have worked on their laptop while one of us was driving back. That way they didn't have to burn PTO on that Monday. So definitely a pro is lower cost, again, less time away if you do have PTO concerns.
Eddie's calling snobby.
Snobby. Well, I've put in a lot of years at my company, so I have almost 2 months. I put a lot of years in my company too. I have almost 2 months of vacation.
Well, in addition to another pro, it's great for people who've never cruised before and they want to get their feet wet, literally.
Yes.
See the joke?
Yeah, I see what you did there. That was very punny.
That was very punny.
That was
very
punny.
If you're nervous about cruising, this is a great way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
3 days you can suffer through, or it'll be the best 3 days of your life. So depending on how your cruise goes. Exactly.
But that's definitely a good one, especially for some people who tend to get motion sickness. I know that's a big con with people who haven't cruised before, is they think motion sickness.
I don't worry about that anymore with the bigger ships.
I was getting ready to say, but that is kind of a moot point nowadays. Yeah, there are still a couple of smaller boats where you're going to feel it, but most of the cruises nowadays have just unbelievable stabilization under the water you can't see, and they're so big. I mean, it's got to really, really be rough to feel it.
Yeah, I think we've only felt that one time. It was actually a December cruise, I think, or a November cruise, where the weather was just super rough.
I agree, Eddie.
Yeah, it's all on your head. Just get another drink.
Yep. But Mel and I, when we first started cruising, speaking of the smaller ships and the motion sickness, we actually were fine. And then, I don't know, maybe 10 years after we started cruising, for whatever reason, we started feeling it. And we had to get the little bands and the little...
Chalk it up to old age.
Yeah, the patches behind our ears we needed for a while. But now it's kind of gone away again to where we don't really feel it that much anymore. So it's come and gone in Waves.
Oh my god.
Hang on.
Bazinga.
So those are the pros. What are some of the
Yep.
cons of a 3-day?
Well, hang on.
Yeah.
We got some other feedback here.
Okay.
So short ones aren't bad. I don't even unpack on those yet. Got to save time. Yes. I agree. We'd rather do the long ones as well. But if someone's new to cruising, 3 or 4 day.
I mean, 3 or
Mhm.
4 days, most of the time, you're just going to end up going to the Bahamas or a private island. Like,
Yeah.
if we wanted to go to Coco Cay for the weekend, it's a great thing, especially if you got the drink package. You just go over there because your drink package carries over. Sometimes it could be cheaper than some of the hotel rooms you can get.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, it is a floating city. They're super huge, and actually, most of the big ones, they're doing a lot of good things as far as breaking out little neighborhoods.
Yeah, like traffic control.
Yeah, traffic control. So it doesn't feel so congested. Yes, there's still going to be some of that in a few areas, especially on embarkation day when you first get on the ship, and debarkation the last day. You've got a lot of people trying to fit through the same area to get on or
I
off the
didn't
ship.
feel that on
but-
Icon, and that was something I did not expect. So
Yeah,
if you didn't see Icon or video, you should go check it out. My expectations of that ship was completely flipped upside down
yeah.
when we left it.
When we first saw the pictures and we were seeing the renderings of what the idea was, it looked just like it was going to be a madhouse.
It looked like a theme park threw up on top of the ship. That's
Yeah,
what it looked like to me.
it
That's
did.
the exact words I
That's
told him.
exactly the words. Yep. And then we got on there and it was like, wow, this is like nothing that we thought, except for one area, and
Yeah.
which was the seaside area.
And I was
but
okay.
that was
All
the
the
purpose
kids
of
can
it.
stay right there, and I would be happy.
Yeah.
All the kids stay right there.
But they did a good job. All right. Let's see. What else were we talking about? We just talked about less packing. So that came up. Yes, less packing and less planning for it. The other plus, if it's your vibe, the shorter cruises are typically your party cruises.
Yes.
So that's typically, especially if you end up going during like spring break or summer months, it's usually the party vibe. People are out of school. So if that's your thing, that's a plus for the shorties.
Right.
And then quick access, again, from major ports. So Miami, Port Canaveral, Long Beach, Galveston. You can get to the ports pretty quickly if you're in those areas. And there's usually several different 3 and 4 day itineraries that'll pop you down to the Bahamas or down to Mexico.
Cozumel, yeah.
Are the big spots.
Yeah, if you're looking for the Caribbean, those are going to be your 2 hotspots, Bahamas and usually Cozumel.
Yep. So.
But anyway, so the cons would be you're going to have a rush experience.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to try to jam everything you possibly can in 3 days. I've been
Yes.
there, done that.
Yes.
So no relaxing. It's going to be like full on throttle.
It is. And it's like you're more tired when you get off because you're trying to do it.
Some of our 7 days are
Yeah.
like that too, though.
Especially the 3 and 4 days on these mega ships, the Utopia of the Seas and things like that.
Yeah.
There is so much to see and do on there that even if you try to see it all on a 3 or 4 day, you're just not going to be able to do it. And you would basically have to be 3 days without sleep.
Oh yeah. Ryan and I skipped a port just to go walk the ship.
Yeah.
It was crazy, but
So that's definitely one of the cons is yes, it's a rushed experience. You don't fully get to relax. And then you're like, oh, wait, I got to pack and get off the ship now.
yeah. But
So-
another con is it's going to be the party atmosphere. So if you are not a party person, this might not be the best fit for you
Mhm.
because people are going to obviously because it's cheaper. They just want to get away. It might be a bachelorette party, a bachelor party, and you're taking off for a few days. You're going to have a party vibe.
Yep.
It's going to be a different type of cruiser on the weekends.
Yeah, definitely. One of the other things, not so much, but it does impact you on shorter cruises, and that's fewer amenities that you might get on a shorter cruise versus a longer cruise. Good examples are lobster tails on Carnival. Those used to
the
be
menus are changed.
Yeah, those used to be on every cruise you got lobster. Now I believe it's only on 5 nights or longer. So you don't get that dining experience on a shorter cruise.
Mhm.
Some production shows are only available on the longer cruises. And because you have 2 or 3 shows on a 7-day cruise, where on a 3-day cruise, you're probably going to only have 1.
Right.
So
You're going to have an abbreviated probably experience in the
Mhm.
3 or 4 days.
yes. So that's one thing to consider.
Another thing I've noticed on the 3 days is probably you're going to have the older ships, with the exception of Utopia.
Yes.
Because a lot of the older ships, they want to continue to keep them in service, but they're filling the gaps for the 3 or 4 days. I've seen that quite a bit. Like, again, exception with the Utopia.
Yes.
So if you are looking for, the older ships can also be cheaper too. So as long as they're clean and, maintained, the decor might be 20 years out of date, but you might still find a cheaper experience and a good time.
Definitely. And that's a very, very good point.
Like we were on the
with older
Grandeur,
ships.
which you could tell the decor and it had a little bit of rough wear and tear, but the ship was so clean. It was some of the best staff that we've ever had, and there was not a whole lot to do in the ship. It's like the smallest ship in the fleet.
Yeah, I was actually worried when we were doing our 9-day on the
yeah.
Grandeur. I was like, oh my God, we're going to be stuck on a pretty small ship for 9 days. And it was wonderful.
We had a great experience. We met some of the best staff.
Yeah. And that's true. You don't really seem to find the good bartenders as much on shorter cruises. Yep, because you're in and out. They still do a good job of learning your name quickly, but you don't really get to form that connection. And a good example is the Grandeur. Yeah. When we were on that 9-day cruise, we met a bartender named Sarah on the first day. For whatever reason, we just had a great relationship, and the rest of the cruise. We
actually still talk to her.
Yeah, we still talk to her. We followed her to the Indy when she transferred to the Indy. So it was great, and we would just go to where she was and hang out there just to chat with her every now and then when she came around. So yeah, I agree, 100% cruising complete. So,
well, I think the last thing I can come up for the shorter day is a lot of people just don't think it's worth it, like the travel time. Especially if you don't live in Florida, you're not going to fly down and do a 3-day cruise for a weekend. It might not feel worth it.
Yeah, when you throw in airfare, hotel, and then just a 3-day, no,
it's not worth it.
Now, if you're coming down for an extended land vacation, hey, I'm going to fly down to Florida. I'm going to spend time at Disney or Universal, and then I'm going to tag on a 3-day cruise before I head back. Yes, but cruise experience only, no.
Or book 2 short cruises back to back.
There you go.
Then you make it a long cruise.
Absolutely. Hey, welcome in, James Money 615.
Hello.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Thanks for stopping by. So that's what you're looking at. Again, that's at least some of our pros and cons when we just look at short cruises. Top of the level.
Short cruises are worth it for us just because we drive across the state so much that it's like nothing to us.
Yeah,
because we can get across our state in like 3 hours.
3 hours in most cases, yeah. But yeah, and I guess one of the other things to consider is you have limited ports as far as how far you can go on a 3-day cruise. So you're looking at, like what we were saying earlier, Bahamas, Mexico, and pretty much
a private island.
Yeah, and a private island. It's pretty much all you'll have time to be able to do because we don't have supersonic ships that can go down to the southern Caribbean, go down to Curacao in 3 days and back. So
yeah, so Cruising Complete said the same thing. He lives within 6 ports in Florida.
Yep, absolutely. So, yep, and Eddie's right. Yeah, Eddie, to Eddie's point, yeah, the short ones. I mean, even an 8-hour drive from Georgia, you're starting to now be like, okay, I got an 8-hour drive from Georgia. I still probably need a hotel because I don't know if I'm going to red eye it all overnight to drive from the house straight to the port. And,
Just go straight down 75. You'd be there in like 6.5 hours.
mhm.
Yeah, you just gotta watch the Georgia cops in South Georgia.
Yep. All right, so let's move on to phase 2. Oh, actually, before we move on to phase 2, if you just came in, make sure you're taking a look at our poll. We have, hang on, a naming contest going on for our new.
Wait, let me see.
For our new, you got to make sure you do it. Oh, our new mascot. Hey, don't be peeking, mascot. You're not named yet. So make sure you get in there and get in the poll for our mascot. And again, let's show you again before we move on.
You're not a speed demon. I'm not a speed demon. I drive with purpose.
But here's the inspiration for our mascot one more time for those who might have missed it.
Chicken burrito. Chicken burrito. Chicken burrito. Burrito. Burrito.
So that's your inspiration to our new mascot.
Oh my gosh.
So what we have here?
We're
McKee
flying.
Dyson and yeah. Oh wow. That's a lot of connection points there for sure.
Yeah.
But Atlanta's a hub, so yeah, sometimes you're gonna have to come down there to then go across the pond. So, all right. So next up, we're gonna talk a little bit about rankings of top cruise lines for short cruises. So, I did a whole bunch of scouring the internet tirelessly to compile hundreds upon hundreds of customer cruising reviews to rank these. I did not, mind you, type into ChatGPT to have this done automatically with an AI bot. I did not do that.
Wow, you just gave up trade secrets there.
But anyway, so yes, taking a look at cruise lines, there's definitely an order of top to lowest rated among cruisers that are out there. So
Based on our friend AI.
yes, based on AI, Al, we'll call him Al.
Yeah.
So put in the chat before I tell you, who do you think the top ranked cruise line is for short cruises, 3 and 4 day cruises? Which cruise line do you think ranked number 1?
Based on what criteria?
Well, no, just based on overall feedback.
Oh, okay, overall.
Just based on overall feedback. We'll start in reverse order, actually, and then you
Build
guys
up
can
the
to build up the anticipation, and you guys put in the chat here. So, starting with number 5. So, number 5, according to customer rankings, is actually MSC Cruises for the short 3 and 4 day cruises.
And I'm pretty sure it's because of the price point.
Yes. So a couple of the strengths on their feedback on where they are. Yes, it's often a lower cost, as Mel said. They do typically have newer ships here in the States and Florida because they're trying to attract
MSC's actually moving
clientele.
a ship to Port Canaveral.
They are. But there's mixed reviews on the service of MSC, which we have seen, which is why we're actually looking forward to later this year, which we'll talk about here in a moment.
Yes. So they've had a rap of having bad negative reviews, but just recently, probably within the last year, there's a lot of feedback coming out that's good, actually positive. Mm-hmm. So they've been hearing people's comments and they've been addressing the issues because Americans cruise differently than Europeans, and they've recognized that. And that was the whole purpose of the MSC World America, that was targeted towards Americans. So there's a lot of good feedback coming from MSC. And I have a feeling MSC is going to start pulling its weight and competing with the other cruise lines pretty soon.
Yep. And I'm sorry, Matt and Mouse. I must have missed you when you came in. I did not say hi, but I will do this for you, though, instead.
Okay, bye. Sorry, I've been slacking on the chat. That was my job.
Yep. Thank you for stopping by. So, all right. So number 5 was MSC. Coming in at number 4.
I'm like shaking on my whole desk, my IKEA plastic desk.
Sorry, yes. Number 4, Norwegian Cruise Line. So they take the 4th spot in customer reviews and experiences for shorties.
Yeah, and I have no reference to speak on NCO.
Not yet.
We'll be there Saturday.
We're gonna. We got a last minute invite to the Aqua, so we're gonna be doing a ship tour on the Aqua this Saturday, which means within the next week or so we'll have that tour out for everybody, and then we'll be on Booze Cruise 4.0 out of Galveston on the Viva la Rasta.
Yeah,
that's an Eddie Lugo trademark song.
Cruising Complete, had a horrible experience.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'd be curious of which MSC ship you're on too, because I've seen
Port Canaveral, Seashore, probably.
Yeah, some of them I still see that they're still trying to get over the hump that they're in. I'd be curious to see what ship you were on though.
Yeah, I was curious because we actually toured the Seashore.
We were okay.
We were okay except for the food. The main dining room food was.
It was blah.
Yeah.
It was not horrible. It was just.
But it wasn't. Oh, this
blah.
is good. So
he said he's surprised it made the top 5.
Yeah, right. It just squeaked in. Squeaked in.
Like I said, I think you didn't build Rome in one day, so I think it's going to start getting more positive.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to have to be competitive with the rest of the market.
Yeah, definitely. Got a lot of people chatting. I think Eddie was voting.
He's voting for NCL as the best.
Yeah. I think he voted Royal Caribbean as top, and then your dad voted as Carnival as top. So we'll see. We will see. Right. And you know what? I'm feeling saucy. So the first person that put in the right answer, when I finally reveal it, I will actually send you a prize because I'm feeling saucy today.
Oh,
I know, right?
Ooh.
All right. So number 3, taking the bronze medal.
Oh, that was me. Sorry.
It's a floating rat.
It is a floating rat.
Oh, wait, no, not a floating rat.
He owns half of Florida.
A floating mouse.
Rat mouse.
Yes.
It's Disney Cruise Line.
Disney Cruise Line. For the cheap price of $6,000, you can go on an interior cruise for 3 days on Disney.
You have to wash dishes too for this.
Yes. No, it's funny we say that. They are expensive, but from what I hear, the experience is actually amazing, especially for kids.
I don't know for $6,000.
So I don't know though. I've always been close to trying to book a Disney.
You said it was Seashore.
It was Seashore. Okay. Yeah. I've always been like this close to booking a Disney, but I couldn't get over the hump of spending more for a 3 or 4 day cruise than I could for a 7-day in a balcony. I just couldn't do it.
We'll get there. It's not on top of our priority list. We're past the whole cruising with kids right now. That's just the phase that we're in our life right now.
Yeah. But yeah, so Disney ranks 3rd, and that was due to the amazing service, the family focus, and again, it's Disney, so they're really doing it over the top. But because it's Disney, it's definitely pricey for that experience.
Yeah, I can imagine the food's probably really good on the cruise.
Yeah, I mean, I was drawn into it really because of the one particular restaurant.
The interactive one?
I think it was the animation one that starts black and white, including the servers. And then as the meal goes on, the color starts to pop in the walls, and the servers start to pop color
I saw
into
that
their
on another cruise
outfit
line.
and all of that. So that looked really cool.
It was on another cruise line.
Sorry, guys. It's like my nose is itching. Who's thinking about me? Eddie, are you thinking about me right now? Sorry, I got an itchy nose. All right.
Next up on the list is.
Oh, wait! Tiffany came in. We have to say hi to Tiffany.
I'm so horrible with the chat right now. Oh, Canadian Family Life.
Yes.
Sorry.
Welcome in, Tiffany. Thanks for coming.
He might fire me off the chat monitoring.
Yeah, right. Oh, wait, we got a hashtag sausage. Oh, I'm feeling sausage. I get it. Yes. It is Thirsty Thursday, though, tonight. But we don't have our match game, which is the sausage, which will be tomorrow night.
I guess we'll have to listen to that in the car because we'll be driving.
Yeah. All right. So, yes, Disney made it third. All right. So now we're moving into second place. So, second place in the top cruises for short cruisers, Carnival Cruise Line. So,
Yes.
Larry got second place on that one.
Yep. So Carnival is been around for a very long time, since the 70s.
Yeah.
It's been known as a family budget cruise.
Mm-hmm.
It's also been known as a party cruise.
Walmart of the Seas in the past.
Walmart of the Seas.
But
I
don't see that much with a lot of the modern ships anymore.
I don't know. We still have a special place for Carnival in our heart. It was what we cruised a long time with.
Yeah.
And we're cruising with them again for the first time
In a month. Since
COVID.
21. Yeah,
since COVID. So we're looking forward to getting back on a Carnival ship. We're going to have lots of fun. But
and thanks to Eddie Lugo's news story, I will know to not take the water in my room thinking it's my platinum water, because someone got charged for it. And I guess now you actually have to go to a bar and show them your card and get your water there and carry it back.
Which is kind of stupid, but
whatever.
Okay.
So, all right. And that puts number one
All right, he's gonna.
as...
Wait, we have a drum roll.
Wait, I think I took the drum roll off, though.
Oh.
I did take the drum roll off.
Here we go. So number one is. Okay. Number one is. Oh my god.
It's like the start to. Never mind.
A porno.
All right. Number one, without further ado, Eddie Lugo gets a prize pack. So, Eddie, make sure you send me your address. I think I might have it in one of our old chats, but send it to me again. Royal Caribbean.
Yep, Royal Caribbean. Family friendly, a little bit more expensive than Carnival, but overall, great loyalty program. Great ships. I mean, they got the biggest ship in the world.
Yep. Love Jones.
Welcome in.
So, yes. Royal ranks up there as the number one on short cruises. And honestly, I would easily agree with that. And I would say the thing that really pushes them over the top is Coco Cay.
Well, I think they're like a trendsetter.
Yeah.
Cruise line. Because everybody is copying their designs and their business structure. So I'm not going to name who names, but...
Yeah, but I would say that I would agree, because not only do you have the bigger ships and then them testing the super mega Utopia, at least for now, with 3 and 4 day cruises.
But that's going to go to 7 days now.
It is. Yeah. But you also have the private island that's over the top, with all the different little areas they have there, the food, unlimited there, the drink packages carry over, the entertainment there. I mean, it just, they really do a good job with shorties.
Yeah, they do a good job. I mean, their entertainment is first class. And what?
So, Tiffany, it says Scotch, the next best thing to being there. So since I haven't been to Scotland, I'll just drink Scotch from Scotland. And I have enough of it, I'll feel like I'm in Scotland. I got it.
Oh, he got his word shirt on today, so I put mine up
Yeah.
there. But
So I got
That's
this at, I used to be a drummer. I played snare drum in a pipe band here in Dunedin, Florida for about 6 years. And so I got it at one of the contests. They had it. And I was like, yes. So yes, Scotch, the next best thing to being there.
yeah, that's true. Royal Caribbean is buying the world one port at a time.
Yep. And I'm still trying to get details on Coco Cay in Mexico because, like everybody else, we've heard that they basically took over that port in Costa Maya and was taking over the whole thing, and everyone's going to have to walk past it. And I've been trying to get more information, and I'm hearing no, it's not taking over the whole port. It's actually a little further away with a walkway to get to it. But then I'm hearing, yes, it's taking over from the big pool and the dolphins over. So I don't know. I can't even get it from our business development manager, the skinny on that.
Yeah, so I guess we're going to have to wait and see and figure it out.
What we do know is it's got the longest lazy river in the world, like over a mile of lazy river that you can get on a float and just float around the whole thing. So that's going to be cool. So yeah, that's what I've heard. Yep, I'm hearing that a little bit more, that they're not taking over the whole thing, but you're going to be able to see it, and hopefully that entices people. So,
but yeah, that is your top 5 shorties.
Yep, that's your top 5. So before, actually, you know what? We'll do this one, and then we'll take a break from your network sponsors. So
the allergies must be bad because Peachy's sneezing too.
Yeah. I was going to say, she's sneezing too. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I would totally do the lazy river, though. And I think, yeah, Eddie would do it too. Yeah.
I would too.
Yep. So does Canadian. Yep. Bagpipe in. Yep.
Yep.
I was part of the Dunedin, City of Dunedin pipe band. I was in their grade 4 for about 6 years. And then we decided to start the YouTube channel. And that really took over all of the energy from there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would totally get a drink in my hand, get on the lazy river, and just not get out. And every time I'd float by, I'd be like, "Go, son, give me another drink."
Well, it'd be cool. It'd be like a drive-in, like floaty,
like a
bar.
Yes, like a floaty float. You kind of get diverted.
Yeah, so you order your drink, and then by the time you come around, it's ready again or something.
That'd be awesome.
Or they catch up with you or something.
Yep. All right, so let's talk then the most popular ports for your 3 and 4 days. So,
how's enough?
Well, yeah, that is one. That's usually going to be your 4-day though. For the record,
going to be your 4-day. So
yeah,
Bahamas is going to be your number 1.
But Bahamas is going to be number 1. That's the closest to get. It's usually going to be either a private island in the Bahamas or Grand Bahama itself. Nassau.
Or coming soon. Celebration Cay.
Yep. Whoop whoop! Welcome in,
Hey,
Danny. Wait, there we go. There we go.
Why did it never come out?
Why don't yours? I don't know. There you go.
There we go. I had to tilt it.
Thank you for coming in, Danny. We always love seeing you come in green. And then we've got, some dude came in. Thank you for coming in, some dude.
Hey, some dude.
I like it.
Hello there.
That must be a new person.
Yeah, I don't recognize that. So if you're new here, yeah, definitely hit your hashtag PKAT to share your link. That way we can connect with you.
That'd be cool with the lazy river though.
Yeah.
No one's gonna be getting out of the pool.
Yep, lovely. Yep. Trying to get on the preseason. Yeah. Yeah, I used to work for Six Flags when I was younger, and we got free passes into Whitewater, and they had a lazy river in Georgia. So I'd go around the lazy river
before we
there.
gave it nicknames.
Yeah.
Not appropriate names.
Oh, you're watching Zach stream, then you're like, wait a second. Yes.
Cheddar Cheese Eddie is here.
Awesome. Cheddar.
Shut up.
Cheddar. But yeah, so Bahamas and then Mexico, Cozumel, Mexico again. Usually, I think there actually might be a 3-day out of Tampa, or is it a 4-day still?
Usually Tampa's 4 days, I believe. 4 days.
You want to say 4 days?
I want to say it's 4 days.
Okay.
I don't think there's any 3 days out of Tampa. If there is, then
yeah,
you're probably going to a port.
Yeah.
But Key West is also a very popular port
Yes.
down here too for short cruises.
Yep. Like there's some on Celebrity and Virgin that will do a Key West and then like Bimini.
Yeah.
And then back over for a 3-dayer. Now, if you're actually on the West Coast, then you have Catalina and Ensenada. That's a quick pop from LA.
Those are usually like 4 days, I think.
Yeah.
I want to go over and do one of those one time.
Yeah, we haven't done one down that coast. That would be cool to see
I
that.
could skip LA, but
yeah.
I
Be
know
safe up there, Tiffany. So yeah, definitely be safe if those big old storms are coming.
Yeah,
through.
we're getting them too, but we need the rain.
Yep. We can't wait to meet you either. That's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Just over a month.
I think we picked a place too.
Yeah, I think it's Splitsville.
Yeah,
is
Splitsville is in July.
is what was picked at this point. All righty. So again, make sure you get in your votes, and we will reveal the name and officially reveal the mascot. But before we do that, we are getting close to the final call for booking this cruise at the reduced rates that we have. And we're still, again, about $400 a person.
Oh, yeah, we're about 30 days where you need to lock this rate in.
Yep, like the end of July. But here you go if you want to hop on a Thanksgiving cruise with us.
Are you ready to escape the everyday? Then mark your calendars for November 22nd, 2025, because you're cordially invited on the cruise of a lifetime. We're sailing on the brand new MSC World America, the first MSC ship built just for the U.S. market. This ship is massive, modern, and packed with next-level fun. We will be departing from Miami, Florida, and the first stop is Roatan, Honduras. Has a lot of lush rainforest, but trust me, the snorkeling is the best. Next up is Costa Maya, where you can explore Mayan ruins, or our favorite, a secluded, all-inclusive in the jungle. Next up, Cozumel, a true Caribbean classic with the beach clubs, or helmet diving. Last but not least, we stop in Ocean Cay, MSC's private island in the Bahamas with white sparkling sandy beaches and a lighthouse. And here's the best part, group rates are still way under current prices, but not for long, so make sure you act fast before these prices are gone. Cruise how you want, chill, explore, or go full throttle. Or hang out with Ryan and Melinda from PK Adventure Travels. We'll be right there with you having the time of our life. Book now and make Thanksgiving 2025 unforgettable. And we will see you on the scenic route.
That's right. This particular one is a group cruise that we, reserve those rates through MSC, like right in January of this year before they went skyrocket.
Yeah, but you don't have to stick to a group. I mean, we're
No.
just locking in a group
rate.
So
Yep. Plus, you get $50 onboard credit.
Yep.
So if you want to go on one, let us know. We still have some interiors and some balconies left.
yeah, exactly.
So,
And again, we don't have that price locked until middle of July.
yeah. So yeah, we have not been on Margaritaville yet. It's definitely on our list for sure. We were like that close to booking it actually in October of last year, but then we were
I couldn't get the time off.
yeah, she couldn't get the time off, and then we were like, yeah, we just found out that we're having to pay for a wedding, so we ended up banking that instead of blowing it.
Yeah, so we're really close. I mean, that could be a very short cruise for us because I know they have 3 or 4 days at Tampa.
Yeah, and that's good to know as well. Yeah, we haven't done anything from the West Coast down that way. We've done Seattle, Alaska, so we were out of Seattle, Washington upwards, but we haven't gone down into Ensenada or Catalina yet.
Peachy. She's lost.
So.
Come here.
Can't agree on a mascot. Hey, Rob, we got another green member.
Hey, Rob. Is it snowing up there? Am I supposed to say the S word on with him?
Oh, shh. I did not say it. I did not say it for the record. You're going to get in so much trouble.
I know.
So much trouble.
That's me, the troublemaker. Hey, boo-boo, come here.
Uh-oh, you're in the doghouse. Oh, that's not good. All right, everyone's saying hi. Everyone's saying hi.
Yep, weddings are expensive. Yep.
Yeah. Yes. They are definitely super duper expensive. All right. Do we want to finish up with this, or do we want to present him at the end?
Whatever you want to do, sweetheart.
All right. Well, let's finish talking about our cruises, and then we'll wrap things up with naming our mascot and the big reveal.
Oh my gosh.
So, last but not least, what we wanted to talk about with short cruises is the general trend on the demographics that you would see on 3 and 4 day cruises, depending on what cruise line you're going with. And again, this is going to be in line with the top 5 we just talked about. So we'll start from the top down this time. Hang on, I got sidetracked. Squirrel. What's more expensive than a wedding? A funeral? Oh, a divorce.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we already told her this is
Yes.
one and only that we're paying for.
Yep.
Bazinga.
All right. So demographics, Royal Caribbean. So if you're looking to do a short cruise on Royal Caribbean, what you're typically going to see are going to be couples, families, friend groups, and then the age bracket roughly 30 to 50. So that's kind of your top end and most prevalent cruisers that you're going to see on there. Now, Carnival, they are the fun ship. So you're going to see younger adults, more party groups, a lot of first timers, and spring breakers.
Yeah.
So that's going to be the high focus and concentration on your crowd for
I do have to
Carnival.
say Carnival has some great sailaway parties, though.
They do. They do.
I was kind of disappointed Royal Caribbean was kind of like pretty mellow on our first one.
Mm-hmm. And like Utopia, I was like, is there a sailaway party?
I was like, where's the sailaway party?
Yeah. So Disney, as the name implies with Disney, you're going to have a lot of families with young kids. Again, diehard Disney loyalists. And then a lot of times you might just have some Florida locals because it's quick and easy to get to.
I think that applies to all of them, though.
True.
Because no one's going to travel from Washington State to come to Florida to do a 3-day cruise.
Yep.
I know Boo Boo Bear.
So Tiffany's like, okay, no Carnival. Yep. They are definitely the party cruise. NCL, what you'll find with that is going to be adults looking for flexibility. It's actually very popular with the LGBT plus travelers, and then mid-30s to 60s is what the demographics are for shorties with NCL. And then MSC is going to be budget-conscious travelers looking for the cheapest way just to get on a ship. And then international passengers.
Cruise nuts is in.
Ah!
Sorry. I was just falling down on my job. I didn't see where he came in, though.
Just a little further down.
Hold on, Boo Boo
Right
Bear.
there.
Nope. Wait. Sorry.
Mel's
There he goes.
Mike.
having problems because Peachy is being a handful. So, but anyway, so those are your demographics that you would see on the top 5 cruise lines. My kids called it Disney Cruise Lines because We were just in line for everything, even when getting off. Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
Ryan, I left a package in your DM for the wife. Okay.
Let's probably say that word one more time.
And then Danny says, "Hi, Peachy."
The peaches. The peaches. Yep.
Say it one more time. Oh, her allergies are so bad.
I know. I've been giving her that. All right. So, with that being said, let us.
I didn't say it this time.
Oh, there we go. Cool. Welcome in, Anfield Road layout in the loft. Yes. Yeah, I would imagine. Thank you. I'm sure it is pretty late across the pond.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Yep.
So thank you for popping in here. All right. So a few more moments. Again, we are about to see what the name of our mascot is.
All right, well, you forgot to do MSC. Did you do MSC or did?
I already did that.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, you weren't paying attention.
Sorry.
So if you want to get your final votes in for our mascot, we will see.
Wait, where are they? I want to see. I forgot the names we picked.
Can I click there? There you go. All right. So we are going to officially end the poll. There we go. So we now have our name. So in fourth place was Captain Guac. In second place, well, tied for second place, is Burrito Juan Kenobi and Nacho Damas. And coming in with a whopping 50% of the vote, which is actually the name we were hoping everyone would pick, I want to introduce to you PKAT Pedro, the burrito. Chicken burrito. Chicken burrito. Chicken burrito. 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 So yes, this is going to be PKAT Pedro.
Oh my gosh.
He will start making appearances for us. And the funny thing was, I was looking for something like this. And on Amazon, there's actually something called Throw Burrito. It's like a card game of war. And you have these little foam burritos that when you get certain cards, then you basically have a burrito fight throwing at one another.
Oh, yeah. He came over here and threw it at me one time.
So I just got extra ones. I didn't get the card game, but I might get it because he's nice and squishy. But I had to tape our little logo on him. But yes, PKAT Pedro, the chicken burrito.
It's not a chew toy, PT. It's not a chew toy. She's like, I can't see
She's like, I can't see it anyway. Oh, there could be a jalapeno on the stick.
That's what my dad said.
So anyway, yes, thank you guys for naming him, and we now officially have PKAT Pedro.
PKAT Pedro.
All righty.
We probably should wrap it up there. Then.
Yeah, we probably should.
Don't forget Thirsty Thursday trivia tonight.
Thirsty Thursday trivia tonight.
Okay.
9:00.
Okay.
Oh, before we leave, I do have one more thing I want to share. Normally, I don't talk about future shows too early, but we actually have 2 really big shows coming up.
Oh, yeah.
So I want to at least get that out there now. Number 1, on July 3rd, we are actually going to have Steve Grunes from Carnival Cruise Line, who's going to be on our show with us. We met him when we were on the Freedom Tour, and we were picking his brain about Celebration Key. And he actually has agreed to come on and chat with us about Celebration Key. So what we know, what we can expect, and one of the biggest questions we had for him, and I'm not going to spoil the answer, is we were talking about why the food and beverage options are so different than what everyone's used to for private islands. And he actually had a very good explanation as to why they are different in the Celebration Key, which is an exclusive destination and not a private island that influenced that.
Yes.
But anyway, so
You
bring
wanna
your
get-
questions.
Yeah,
Yes.
if you want the skinny.
Yep. And the cool thing as well is we're going to be there on the Vista on day one. He's actually going to be flying there as part of Carnival's thing to experience it as well. And I think the plan is to come back afterwards and then have another show about what we each experienced there to be able to give you actual impressions of what we saw versus what was relayed before we got there. So July 3rd, be here and you'll have live options to chat with Seth and ask some questions.
Okay, the second
Yep.
one.
Second one is the very next week on July 10th. We are going to have Life with Lucia and Glenn on the show. And so we're going to be talking to them about their channel and their experiences on their Japan cruise. So again, those are 2 episodes that are coming up in July. I know typically those are where we were going to be shifting back to RV, but we're going to keep with
We're
cruising
spicing it
and we're
up.
spicing it up because we've got some really cool co-hosts that are going to be joining us. So with that being said, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Tiffany, be safe up there with the storms for sure. And we will catch you guys next time on
Scenic Route.
later, everyone. Oh, and I have a new ending intro too with new videos. So watch it.